In this video, we're going to take a look at some of the advanced features of Super Manifestation Ultimate 2.0 2012, RadionicsBox.com video instruction series. So here we go. Let's take a look at the advanced screen. Okay, there are 5 buttons: Barrage, Daily, Timer, Load for Chi Transfer, and Exit. Okay, just to explain this real quick, you're only going to use this if you're temporarily using a Chi Transfer and you don't want to replace your default. If you'll remember from previous video in the import, if we lost or damaged our transfer and got a new one and we want to replace it, this is how we do it. We import a new one and it sets a new default. In advance, this just temporarily lets you use another Chi Transfer. It's an option. You may never use it, but it's there in case you need it. Okay, let's talk about these right here. These are really powerful features: Barrage mode, Daily mode, and Timer mode. Okay, Timer mode I'm going to do because it's the most simple. Timer mode, set a start time, set a stop time for an operation, hit start and it will count down. Remember that in order to use Timer mode, you want to have an operation, that is actually already loaded and queued up and ready to go. Otherwise, you'll set the timer and you'll be running a blank operation. Then you'd hit start and it would count down. Okay, more powerful features are Barrage and Daily mode. My personal favorite is Barrage. Barrage allows you to set up an array of operations and have them fire off one after another in sequence. You can set the amount of time that each operation runs from 1 minute all the way up to 6 hours. I'm sorry, all the way up to 10 hours. And what you do is you just hit the browse button and choose an operation. For this example, I may just grab some of the pre-built ones that we haven't customized or put our targets in and our rates, but just for the purpose of filling this up, I'm going to just grab a bunch of random operations. Now, the convenient and really cool feature or power behind this is if you have one Chi generator, you can set up a bunch of operations and have them run one after another without having to load and save each one individually or mess with your generator at all. You can simply turn your generator on, put the transfer diagram on it, and set a whole bunch of operations, and they'll run for however long. For example, we can say, all right, run this one for a minute, run this one for 30 minutes, run this one for 5 minutes, 20 minutes, 60 minutes, and when this one's done, this one loads. When this one's done, this one loads, and it just goes one after another. Now, if I uncheck the active button, it'll skip the operation that's not active. So in this case, we'd only be running this one, then back to this one, then this one. What this allows you to do is work on a number of different types of operations at the same time, or perhaps you're working on a particular thing, like something like success for your business. Well, you might want to have one operation that targets, attracts new customers. One just generates money. Another operation would be for advertising success. So sometimes you can attack a problem from multiple angles with different operations, and Barrage is your ticket to doing that. Also, if you have a number of unrelated things that you're running operations on, Barrage is a great way to get it done. Okay, so once you've set up your Barrage how you want it, might be a good idea to save it, give it a name. And if you'll notice, I can load this previous one that I built before, and now I can load the one we just built, and it's all right back. All you have to do is hit start, and it will enter into Barrage mode and start running the programs one after another. For now, we're going to exit and go take a look at the Daily mode feature. Daily mode is a lot like Barrage, except it works on a actual clock timer. You need to have your system clock set to AM and PM 12-hour time, not 24-hour military time, because it won't work. You set these up very much the same way as a Barrage. Loading some operations in here. Now this is an advanced feature, and it does require a little responsibility on your part. Don't schedule operations that overlap each other. Always leave 1 minute in between the operations. It is your responsibility to schedule this properly. If you don't, and you want another operation to start in the middle of one that's currently running, it's just not going to work as expected. These are some convenience features down here for setting all of these text drop-down boxes really quick. For example, change them all to AM, change them all to PM. We can also say, I want to set up 59-minute operations starting at 3 o'clock, quick set. You can see it fills it all in for me, leaves that 1 minute gap, or I could say 14 minutes each, quick set. It's going to leave that 1 minute gap and fill in all your boxes for you. Much like Barrage, if active is not checked, it's going to skip the operation. You can save your daily mode files, like so. In fact, watch me uncheck these and add a new one down here. Okay, and go back and load my previous one. And you can see it takes me right back to where I was. So it's real powerful. You build a bunch of operations, then you can build daily files or Barrage files and just load them up and queue up a whole bunch of operations to run in sequence. When you're ready to start daily mode, hit start, and it will be waiting for the system clock for these times to happen and run the operations, and it will repeat every day as long as you leave it on. If you were going out of town for a week, or let's say you wanted to run specific operations at specific times during the day, each day while you're at work, because you always have a brainstorming session at a certain time, and you have lunch at a certain time, and you have your break at a certain time. You want to run different operations to coincide with that. This is how you do it. So that's the daily mode. So in this video, we have covered the advanced features of Super Manifestation Ultimate Edition 2.0 2012.